Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre.
So I'm Beckie Williams. I'm involved with the Laxey Working Men's Institute. I'm on the committee and very busily involved in helping out organising the Laxey Christmas Market.
Oh, Becky, I can't believe it has already come round again for the Christmas markets. I've got to say, Laxey Institute at this time of year is a magical place, isn't it?
It's amazing. We've put all the decorations up. We've done our deck the halls. There's Christmas trees. We've got Father Christmas's grotto because the big man himself has promised to be there for us this year, Saturday and Sunday, so kids can come along and meet him in person. But yes, it's wonderful, and it's just one of the venues in the village that hosts the market, which is now in its 13th year. It's the biggest annual event in Laxey. We usually get a couple of thousand people, so it's a big thing. It's being held in the Institute, in the station, in the church, and also up at the Laxey Glen. And even some of the local shops are joining in, and they're opening up and selling their Christmas crafts this year too.
And there's something a little bit different in each venue as well, isn't there?
There is. I mean, they're all different stalls. And the great thing is that there are different stalls on Saturday and different stalls on Sunday. So it's really worth coming for both days because it's like a different market each day. The entry is being held at £1, and that gets you entry across both days. So it's really worth coming up and enjoying it both on the Saturday and the Sunday if you can. Lots of different stall holders. You've got all sorts from, local crafts, candles, pottery, somebody doing popcorn, for example. There's all sorts, well over 100 different stalls. So something for everybody, probably. Really worth coming to have a browse, do a bit of early Christmas shopping. So please come on down. I'm actually speaking, as I said, on behalf of the Institute, which is the big white building right on the main road next to the chemist in Laxey, which, is a really historic building. It's been I think it was built in the 1870s, and it was restored about 10 years ago. It's in use constantly. It hosts, a wide range of clubs and societies, social events. It's a real asset for the community. Our Christmas market is our biggest fundraising event, and every penny that we raise goes into the upkeep of the building, which I can imagine takes quite a bit of doing.
I know that as well. The sort of sound kit that you've got in there is excellent, and it's really well run from the point of view of performers as well. And you have sort of world-class entertainers coming there, don't you?
We're so lucky. We've got people that bring across acts from all over, actually, and it's a great venue to have come and have a gig. As you say, we've got the stage, we've got great lighting, great sound. We're really very, very, very lucky to have such a great asset in the community there.
But as you say, that's just one of the fabulous venues for the markets this year. I mean, what are the sorts of things that you look out for? Because full disclosure, I have two favourite things at the markets. I really like the jewellery, the very unique jewellery that you get.
Yes.
Makes great Christmas presents. But I quite like the foodstuffs.
I'm sure there will be lots of different food producers there. We ourselves are running a cafe. So downstairs at the Institute, you've got Father Christmas in his grotto, and you've got the cafe selling delicious homemade cakes, hot food, pulled pork, baps, hot and cold drinks, even a little bit of mulled wine if you're in the mood for a cheeky wine while you're there. And it's all available to sit in and have while you're there or take away. But yes, there's lots of, we're so lucky on the island, aren't we, with so many people producing fantastic local produce, and there'll be a lot of that to discover across the market sites.
Oh, well, I'm there, absolutely. And you mentioned mulled wine. I mean, one thing that's a good thing for this year, which means that people can happily have a mulled wine and not worry about transport, is that the trams are getting involved, aren't they?
They certainly are. The Manx Electric Railway are getting involved. So they're great, actually. They've given over their car park, or the station has become a car park in Laxey. So there is a little bit of free parking available. And we've got our wonderful local Scouts group who are directing the traffic and organising the parking. But if you come up on the bus or on the tram, there are trams coming up from Douglas. There's a full schedule. I think you can find the times on the website. If you then show us your bus or tram ticket, then actually entry to the market is free as a little extra incentive for people to use public transport.
And of course, we mentioned the different venues, mostly indoors, which is great because as we've been hearing, Storm Bert is on his way, but you're still going to be able to go ahead, aren't you?
We will be able to go ahead. Yeah, it's well worth braving the weather. As I say, the venues are all inside, so you can come in, get out of the wind and the rain, have a browse, have something to eat and drink, visit Father Christmas, visit all the different venues and the wonderful stalls, get your Christmas shopping started. I think it'll be well worth it.
It absolutely will. So it's Saturday and Sunday. Just remind us of the times again and where people can go to get more information.
So Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There are posters all over the place. You can go on the Institute website. You can go on the MER website for information about the tram times. Just make your way to Laxey. You can't miss it. You'll be directed to one of the venues.
Well, it's going to be a wonderful weekend, I'm absolutely sure. And Beckie, many thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks very much for having me on. Cheers, Christy.
Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre.